Mars, and I really like the Undying as an answer to the Doom. I think it's interesting. It's not your traditional counter, but I think it's an interesting way of dealing with it, and I have confidence in it.
All right, well, let's see how the second game of the series plays out between Team Liquid and Team Secret with ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. And yeah, looking at this game 2 draft, Fogged coming into game 1 at the time, panel said draft from Liquid did look better, and it did play out to be better. This time round, how would you sort of compare the drafts from Secret and Liquid?
I mean, it still looks like a pretty damn strong Liquid draft, right? I think they covered their bases too, so they get that Morphling in a good pick, right? They banned the AM, and they banned the PL, so they get this good setup for this Morph, and then they have this Brood insane Space Maker for Mickey Morphling. Mickey, a specialist, that's one of his top heroes too, right? So I think you'd be pretty happy if you're in this position on the side of Team Liquid. But yeah, Secret coming out with a little bit of a curveball. Lots of minus armor draft, right? The Venge, the Shadow Fiend, Visage, high amounts of just damage in general. And yeah, we'll see how they end up doing this one. It looks like it's going to be that safe lane Visage. They're going to put the Shadow Fiend still in that mid lane. I don't think... Do you like that? I mean, the panel said that they would have liked to see the switch up with pushing the Tiny to the mid against the Brood. SF's going to have a hard time. I mean, obviously, Secret feel that that isn't a problem. I don't think it's... I mean, I guess it depends on how they want to lane it. Like, they're going to put double obs wards in the mid lane to kind of scout to see if there's any like rotations and switches of the lane. And they're just... Looks like they might just put the Doom mid. I'm not sure. They're switching their things a lot here to see which they're going to decide. I don't think the Shadow Fiend's as bad as people really think that it is, though.
Okay.
Because the early levels for Brood suck, right? They're just not good. So once you start building up, then it starts becoming a little bit too much for Shadow Fiend. But Shadow Fiend, he still has raises. So if you land 2-3 raises on those biters, they're just all gone. So I think it's gotten a little bit better. And you have ways to work around with those camps now near you as a Shadow Fiend. So we'll see how that one plays out, as that's the lane they're doing. Yeah, they're going to actually put an aggro tri-lane, it looks like, to shut down the Morphling. And they're going to put a Doom in a 1v1 versus a Mars. And just leave Nisha to his own devices.
And do you think, is that going to work well on the top lane? Then this is going to be a pretty rough start for the Morph?
Undying is kind of one of those kings, though, right? So it all depends on the positioning of these heroes, where they are. It's the first few levels on Liquid are a bit weak, but once they start getting like the level 2s and 3s, they get a lot stronger. I do like this move, though, by Secret.
And we'll see how this mid lane does start things off. I mean, outside of the SF, this Broodmother pick, how good is it here in this game? You know, being the last pick that Liquid did come forward with.
The Brood overall, I mean, like they said on the panel, it's good versus the majority of the heroes. It's actually very strong versus the 4. Even good versus Shadow Fiend in the mid game. That's the thing, is like you won't always be able to line up your your raises perfectly. In the laning phase, it's a little different, but in mid game, starts to get to be quite a big problem. Oh, yep, sir. Finds himself one courier. Is he going to find himself another? Not quite yet. Puppy, careful. That's 28 decay on Insania.
Can he get that last hit in? He can't quite. Puppy, he's got the movement speed to get back and pop the salve. Now Yapso just walks in with the toss onto Tiger. Soul Assumption as well, it's enough. Secret, they'll be the ones to claim first blood. Insania trying to punch back at Puppy. Has to be careful here. So the tri-lane, a Secret being the one to claim that first kill up here in this all-action setup.
But Matu's not getting last hits. He's only got the 2 under his belt. Mickey, he's taking the pressure that his teammates are providing. You know, his teammates are soaking up that pressure, and Mickey is just able to last hit freely because of that. These levels now start building up, though. It becomes a lot more threatening for both sides, even.
And then whilst this is all going on, the bottom lane being left as the Doom versus Mars. I mean, who's having the greater time here?
I think you're pretty happy as Doom. You just have Devour, so you're just chilling. You're gonna outfarm the Mars pretty heavily.
I'll see top lane.
Yep, sir.
Back onto Yapso, and we'll be able to decay him down. Zipping forward with the waveform as well. They'll find the kill. Liquid. And Mickey not only having no trouble hitting the creeps up here, but also getting a very early kill. Puppy and Matu also a second one here as Insania claps down Puppy.
Oof, Undying just able to just crush that lane, and I think they all have wand charges already up, or wands up there for the side of Liquid. I know that Mickey already had a lot built up, so
Because that is the thing. Do you like this decision from Secret? They obviously want to, as you say, play the tri lane into the morph, but you are choosing to do it into this lineup with an Undying.
I know. I guess this is just the best way that they thought about their lanes, like the way it could be set up. I don't think they wanted to just leave a Doom top and just be like, well, good luck. You know, because Doom, sure, he does not want to lane versus Undying at all. It would just ruin him. Koikva, whoa. Insania suicides behind the tower.
See, they are looking into the trees to try and find Mickey, but he's able to waveform back over towards the tower.
Lane positioning is really important up top. If they have the lane, like if Secret has the lane pretty far down and they actually have a lot of chase, then they can do a lot, right? Because they have the stun, the toss back, they have constant soul assumptions. But Liquid overall, if they have a lane in their favorable position, they can do kind of similar with those decays building up. Zai. It's got a lot of sticks building up.
Boxy healing up as well with the pole charges. Get the spear, but not the connection, so Zai will be okay though with those one charges.
Zai definitely lacking on the regen department down here because of that bottle picked up from Boxy. Now Boxy's going to start pulling ahead, at least in the last hits.
See top, another bit of a poke onto Insania. Mickey's courier actually getting in a bit of a precarious position as he gets taken out. And Mickey, he also loses his life there. A big old mistake there from Mickey. May also cost them Insania as the soul assumption. It'll do it. Matu takes down the Undying as well. Losing his cool a bit there, Mickey. Feeds the courier and then feeds his own life.
Have to be so careful around Tiny. Just that's insane burst potential, and he stopped the shift for just a split second. You stop shifting, boom, he's gonna go for that. Koikva, he's stepping up a bit far here, and do they have a third raise?
They do. Nisha's got the mango.
Maybe passed off by Puppy or something, or he had it himself, but either way, beautiful setup there. And look how well Nisha's doing in that mid lane. That's what I was talking about. He's able to farm those spiders pretty freely a lot of the time.
44 CS at so the pre-55-minute mark. That's not something you see even on an SF.
Yeah.
That really is him, as you say, just destroying the armies that Koikva is summoning.
Look at Zai. He's waiting for Boxy to try to go for a rune. Up top, Yapsar, Puppy. Well, able to finish off Taiga. No, the heals.
That's going to keep him alive or not. Oh, the soul assumption again. That nuke too much from Matumba Man.
Yapsar is trying to keep the distance, and he'll be able to. We see Zai down bottom. He was actually camping between the tower and the two runes because he knows Boxy has the bottle. So ensuring that Boxy can't actually walk over to get that rune, and he's zoned him out of lane now for the moment as that Doom. See those raindrops now being picked up in this top lane. Soul Assumption and Tiny Venge. Very expected to have those at least.
Yeah, still with the kills that Secret are getting top. Very much that big difference between the Visage and the Morphling mid lane. Nisha being ganked upon by Tiger. Koikva gonna dive in. The Avalanche won't be able to provide him the safety to survive there. Nisha falls top lane. Insania poking towards Puppy. They've got to be careful. I mean, these movements, they're always going to be very hard for Nisha to avoid in the mid lane as this SF. On his own, very easy for Liquid to get on top of him, and with one rotation set up for Koikva to get the kill.
Yeah, he needs, like when that happens, it has to be almost an instant TP from either Yapso or Puppy in order to try to bail him out. Okay, getting stunned from the tree line there. No shift just yet. Now he does get the shift up, but it's a lot of burst. But raindrops plus those wand charges, he'll be okay.
Back again. Mid lane, it's a replay. This is live. Don't adjust your television sets. This is not a replay. That happens a second time there. Straight up the same move.
And now he's won the lane for Koikva because of those two quick moves there. Really heads up there by Taiga. As they know, they're soaking the pressure top with just these two heroes pretty nicely. So I do like that he's actually just sitting around the mid lane instead of just going back up there. But you know, Secret, they're going to look to continue getting aggressive, especially when there is no Rubik up here.
Straight away, Mickey. He's going to turn over towards Matumba Man. Puppy with the magic missile stops Mickey from being able to go for more. They'll also be able to farm up the tombstone.
Oh.
Good gold here for Secret.
Okay, they went for the Veil on Matu. I actually like that a lot because it's so early. They have so much magic damage up top.
See if they can blow up. Mickey's got a fair bit of HP built up, and even with the high burst, not enough still to tear through that morph, as Mickey will survive.
All right. Yeah, crazy amount of burst potential up in that top lane. Those raindrops are definitely going to save Mickey in a couple different situations here, but he's getting pressured in the lane. Like, look at Mickey's farm because of just how much sheer damage is coming out. He's having to spend so much on regen.
After, you know, so the first 5 minutes as well, where he really was keeping the lead over Matu, just these kills now, the Secret's getting them back on top. You get the drag back onto Puppey as Boxy comes in with a rotation, will set up for the Venge kill.
Okay.
So starting to make moves around the map now, Boxy seeing where he can help out.
Oh, Nisha.
So he's looking for that 8-minute rune, but already Koifa starting to push him away. Nisha's going to go for the TP out, and he's fine. Not enough damage from Koifa there as the nuke wasn't quite up yet again. But still Nisha starting to get bullied, and you're going to see Koifa's Spider just get further and further ahead now, unless Nisha gets some help or the rest of Secret are starting to hunt the Spider down themselves.
Yeah, I think he has to actually have Yepsor playing with him for the most part now. It's just way too threatening. And I think this might actually just be them going for this tower push here. Is Secret going to respond? Nisha is playing on the side there to try to build up his soul. Okay, he's got some soul still filled up, so he's okay.
And 8.5 minutes in. It's a great tower timing. Boxy is going to be caught by the Raze combo. Yapso with the toss-up.
That is what you sound like.
Not quite prepared for them being there on the high ground as he walks straight up into them.
Nisha will say thank you for that. That's exactly what he needs to be able to come back up after that lane, after getting ganked a couple times. And now they'll break the tri-lane. I think they did a really good job up there, though. They put the pressure on. There's a lot of different kills that made the game pretty hectic and chaotic, but I think they're definitely pretty happy as their Visage is almost level 6. They slowed down mid-game pretty decently, and their levels are decent. Mid, though, losing that tower early on is pretty painful. Koifa is also going to have his Orchid finished up at like the 11-minute, maybe even before that. So he's going to have a lot of different options he can do to move around the map. And like we said, it's a very good Brood game versus the majority of heroes that Team Secret does have.
Boxy is going to try and lead in here. The Doom's going to get dropped down onto Boxy. Back up from Tiger. TP's coming in from Secret as Nisha's heading over to help out with this one. The Raze comes out, bursts down the Mars. Mickey also falling here as Nisha finds the second Raze. They're going to lose 4 here, Liquid, as Secret respond. Nisha joins the fray, and they take the fight 4-1 there, Secret.
In very quick moments, too. That Veil, Matu gets the Veil down onto everybody before he does go down. They take out the Tombstone and that Doom. Clutch Doom onto the Mars so they can't get the Spear, so that Matu can throw out some spells. And Nisha, he needs those. He needs those rotations to go well. Look, he's catapulted all the way up to top 2 net worth. Treads as well as Drums now finished. He's a lot tankier.
And they have to be careful playing close to the towers like that.
Yeah.
Especially when you have these heroes like the Mars with these very sort of clearly orchestrated ults that says, I want to fight here. Secret are going to be very clear of what Liquid's intentions are, and will have the opportunity to respond. Zai going to be found here by the 3 of them. It's pretty tanky, bringing Tiger down low himself. That Scorched Earth and the Phase and the Windlass, he's also very speedy. He is away.
He tried to put down the GG branch and pin him to it, but not quite able to there. Nice try there by Boxy. Meanwhile, top Puppey doing Puppey things. He's farming. They spot Koifa there for a second here with Yapsor. Gonna be trying to toss Zai in, but nah, not quite able to. Orchid plus Medallion finished pre-11 minutes. That is pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, this mid lane, you can't really be here alone as Secret. There's always got to be someone ready to provide support. Otherwise, this Spider is just going to lock down on a target, and Koifa's going to get the kill on these sort of individual pickoffs if Secret do present it to them. But they're not. They're playing smart, keeping themselves out of the way of the Spider.
Let's get tower trade. Gonna buy a little bit more time with this glyph, but inevitably will go down. And Secret, I mean, these 3 cores farming real well. Ahead of that, more from that Mars in particular, who have struggled a little bit post that laning phase, just getting caught out. And Mika really has to be very careful. This is not one of those games where it's a Morphling, you know, all the way up at that top net worth. He's very susceptible to all this burst damage that Secret does have. They have lots of stun, they have lots of control, and they have a Veil to make everything that much stronger.
Radiant's bottom
yeah, Mika does have to be a bit cautious with his positioning and how aggressively he does waveform in.
With this smoke, Ace Rune and the Arena ready to drop. Boxy wants to look for some action onto Secret. Secret a little split up and in the river right now, the 2 of them, Puppey and Japsaw. Maybe they can find a way to go. Gets the courier off. Nisha as well there with that crash of the shield. And the puppy kill as well. So Liquid's movement finds one. The rest of Secret don't know what's up now. And Liquid don't want to go for more. They still have that arena. Boxy charging him with a haste rune. He's able to catch the two of them in the arena. The Spear as well, cancelling the Requiem. They do get the Visage drop with the burst to stun them in response. The Requiem also gets the chance to pop the ult there.
Oh my god.
Matu with those stuns from the Familiars, allowing a chance to hit back. They'll still lose the SF though, as Boxy comes in, finishes off the life of Nisha, but now he's surrounded by Zai, Yapso, and Matu's birds. This will be another one for Secret by the looks of it, as Boxy is going to try his best to run away, but he's taking it from the tower. Puppy swaps himself in for the magic missile. And again, Liquid, they're just trying to go for these fights close to towers. They're getting the kills, but Secret are having the chance to at least trade back on them.
I cannot believe he got the Requiem off. Like 1% or 2% HP, he gets it just because of those stuns that come out. Nicely done there, my Matumba man. He dies, so he is very under level now in this Visage. Level 7, just hitting level 8, same as his supports. But another decent positioning for Secret to at least get themselves some gold and clean up that big spider who gives him a lot of experience. But Mickey, at least, you know, he's on the other side of the map being able to get some farm for his team.
Top lane Zai found himself a bit of a snack here as Tiger is trying to run. Insania is going to pop the rip down as well as his K. He's not going to save him though. That is still a dead Rubik. Mickey unable to get a catch in onto Puppy or Zai there.
And a tombstone committed too to try to protect his buddy there. And reactions forced. Mickey made his TP top. Same thing with Boxy.
Radiant are scanning.
Another good aggressive move by Secret to buy themselves some time for Nisha to get some much needed farm. As I believe he's probably likely to rush a BKB, I'd imagine, on that SF, even on Visage. But no, he's gone greedy. All right.
Yeah, Dragonlance SNY, so the full stats.
Wow. Guess like a couple times where he did survive there, he's maybe feeling a little confident if he has a couple more stats. Yeah. They have a bench swap to try to protect him anyway, so he's maybe going to play around that.
Now we're seeing on the timing of the Brood, we see at the moment Quofa halfway towards the Aghanim, so
very far.
That death up top, shaking his game up a little bit, but overall still holding on to that top spot as the Brood.
Yeah, I guess like going for like these stat items on the SF, if he goes for BKB too early, I guess maybe he feels like it'll wear out too fast, so just wanting to delay it as long as possible. Okay. Yapsor got his blink, so blink buddies on the side of Secret. Same timing also for Liquid. Boxy has his finish, so 3 blinks in the game. Doom, Tiny, as well as Mars. So should probably see a lot more active plays now coming out. Not to say it hasn't been active, 26 kills in 15 minutes, but they're definitely gonna look to ramp up that pressure there. Probably look to get some more aggressive wards down too.
And in these calmer moments, I mean, is it... Well, yeah, Secret, they're going to come in with a smoke. I was going to say that there's still what overall the pressure of this morph as the game goes on when you look at sort of the two teams and the potential of them later on.
Yeah, they have such good fight right now with Secret. They have so much damage that we were talking about.
Yapso, he is able to get the avalanche, but he can't quite get the toss back. Zai, can he find a target? In fact, Boxy's in. He's got the arena down onto the 3 of them with the tombstone, the zombies. They're doing work. Then we had to get the hit onto both the Venge, the Tiny, and this SF. The cancel as well of the Requiem initially by that telekinesis, stopping Nisha's inevitable turnaround as he's got to run. The nuke's there from Quoifa. They take down Yapso as well.
Nice ults there by Liquid. Gotta be careful here how they back up though, because Secret didn't really expend anything during that one there. There's the Doom. They find the more.
They do, and they catch him whilst he isn't shifting into strength. Insania trying to heal him back up, and it's not gonna be enough. That soul assumption comes inside, finding that beautiful, the dream target. As he's able to just get in onto the morph, and now look for even more. They're charging in. Over towards Tiger. They're gonna find the Rubik as well. Zai leading the team there back into the advantage. 3-0-8 right now on his Doom.
A great defensive ward being placed on that high ground in their jungle on the side of Secret, catching that Morphling, giving the vision. And that's what they had to be careful for, is the re-go. Because Secret, they hadn't used anything during that Mars ulti, so they had to know that eventually Secret was going to punch back. And it was just a Doom used. They still do have their Requiem available. See what else Secret wants to try to make happen with it. It could be a Roche. They have such a good Roche lineup. If they just force it here, there's no Mars ulti, there's no Tombstone just yet.
You can't fight this if you're Liquid. You're just going to get Requiemed away if you head over. A Secret.
Big moves. Huge by Zai in that Doom.
They're going to get this for... Well, and, I mean, can they look for any sort of sniper Liquid? They're starting to head over a little bit, but as we say, the team fight around the pit, it's going to be hard to do.
Their ulti are back up. The Mars does have ulti back up.
Let's see if we can do it. Boxy's in. He is able to catch them, but they turn straight away. Oh my goodness, the Requiem, it kills them straight away. Secret, they don't even care that this Mars tried to start things off, as they'll still finish off the Roshan, get the Aegis onto Nisha. They just got blown up immediately by the magical burst of Secret.
That's called like anticipation, right? They knew that Boxy was going to blink into that spot. They stun him almost instantly before he gets any other spell off. And Yapzor also finds another freebie. He's like, oh, Insania, join your buddy into the pit, and tosses him on top of a Requiem. Big moves there from Secret these last few moments now. 4K lead. And a good timing window where they can buy time with this Aegis and make this Broodmother a little bit weaker throughout the entirety of it, because this is where Brood really wants to start taking over with this Aghanims and Orchid, but now he's playing into Aegis, so it's a lot more difficult for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Boxy's game also heavily slowing down now. He's going to just be like kind of a blink initiator for quite a bit of time after those last few deaths. 2, 4, and 6 now. And just so much magical damage. Like, he's very fragile because of this Veil and because of how much magic burst they do have on Secret. Look at those cores. 6-2-10, 6-3-6, 4-0-9. Only really the support suffering on the side of Secret, in particular Puppey.
However, on the side of Liquid, just really Quakefoot in that solid position right now.
Yep.
And, you know, he has to maintain that as a Spider. Kills, the deaths on him very much hurting his game massively as he tried to keep himself ahead. But Nisha, he's keeping up as this SF, and as we're seeing in the fights right now, the Shadow Fiend just offering so much more potential.
Yeah, and now he's going to be having the BK. He has like this protective window where he can farm that BKB, get it finished up on top of all those stat items, where Liquid's draft does not really have great ways to deal with a BKB, not for a very long time.
I'm gonna drop the tombstone down here.
Okay, but it's fully defensive one. I feel like Secret could just back away if they'd like to, rather than just walk up into it.
Yeah, nothing more to be found here. Secret more than happy, as you say, to just wait out this final 100 or so gold for the BKB to be complete for Nisha.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you see that play there? He left the range creep alive so that Matu could actually grave chill it so that his birds can attack the tower faster. I was wondering why he wasn't killing the range creep in front of him. Some big brains right there.
An extra little bit of efficiency.
Yeah, just trying to maximize their damage that they can get onto that tower there. They're trying to maximize their Aegis usage.
Well, that's the big item done for Mickey. He does have the E-Blade. Of course, a little awkward that it comes to the time when Nisha's got his BKB. You know, definitely nowhere near the sort of timing that he would have hoped for as this morph. Secret, they had that pressure lane top. It started off a little scrappy, but at the end of it all, absolutely working out in Secret's favor, that setup.
Yeah, and look at this, Nisha, because he's got Avenge on his team, he's got Dragonlance. He can hit that tower from out of range. BKB delivered. Mickey trying to get all the farm as possible down bottom during this push.
Radiant's courier has been
See what Liquid can do to hold here.
This is an early high ground push here from Secret, 20 minutes in. There's the jump forward, Boxy. He's going to try and peel Nisha back to the rest of the team, but Nisha just pops the BKB, the Requiem's out. Boxy, he's almost certainly going to fall for this one. The Fear pushing him away. He's dead for 70. Quakefoot, he tries to come back with the backlines. He's getting set. He's got to be careful of this Spider. Into the trees he goes. They have managed to pick off Matumba Man, but the Doom is down onto the Morph. Mickey starts stepping back. They swap him back in. He's building up a lot of strength, but with the raises, they've got so much damage that Mickey is in so much trouble. Mickey goes down. He'll buy back, but Secret, they've taken the tier 3. See if they want to go for anything more here. Secret, the grab's there. On to Nisha's beside the Quakefoot. He's got to be careful. The E-Blade there from Mickey, providing some protection, allows him to get back. They're taking the Aegis out of the hands of Nisha.
That was such a nice E-Blade, actually. He just saved Quakefoot because he silenced Nisha at the same time as it, so Nisha couldn't turn and raise during that. That was a really nice play by the Morph. But look,
Secret's still looking.
They want to re-engage? Or do they?
Or do they?
Okay, they're going to back away.
They'll play it cool. Let's go with that Matsu.
Yeah, they've got another BKB coming out on the courier, I believe, too, for the Doom. So they're getting these real big items to kind of just make the Mars useless. Like, these double BKBs, even if you're caught inside of Mars's ult, you're not going to care at all. You just hold your ground.
Yeah, and they already got so much from that, forcing out the 2 buybacks.
Yeah.
You know, the big one being Mickey having to buy back as this Morph that we already pointed out was having a rough game in terms of farm.
Yeah, taking all the boxes they need to right now. Have this nice lead versus this Morphling. Continuing to be able to pressure. Aegis is going to be... Oh, well, Aegis was already gone, so... 3 minutes until we'll find out for that next Rosh. And they've gotten... I mean, they got more than they came for with that Aegis. Everyone itemizing now. Getting all these different pickups there from getting that one Rax and Towers. Matsu's getting close to an Aghanims for himself. And they're just going to keep going. With these double BKBs, I don't think they should slow down at all versus the side of Liquid. They just have way stronger team fight for quite a long time now here. I don't really know how Liquid just takes a head-on fight. They have to try to get Nisha before the BKB comes out, and Puppey can't be there in order to save him. They have to just burst one of these targets down before the immunity comes out without a save.
Getting harder and harder for Liquid to fight into this.
Yeah.
We saw them in the first game. They were able to sort of pull themselves together in the second half and come in with some excellent maneuvers. This game too, it's going to be so much harder to do that though, with the fact that the Secret do have this strong lead very early on.
Yeah, and it's not Mickey where he's having a game as a Sven where he's like, you know, 10-1 and 5 or anything like that. This is a game where, like you said, he's super pressured throughout the entirety of it, and there's so much burst damage he has to be worried about. And a Doom. And there's that Aghanims finished up for the Visage. Yeah, they have a very good peak timing right now here for Team Secret.
And if this keeps up, it's always going to be a little bit of a shake-up for Liquid. You know, this is a game where you've come in with that last pick Brood in the draft, and it's just not been able to have too much of an impact so far. Still, the farm is very good for Quaker, but the rest of the team has suffered.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, Boxy's game is just completely halted. Like all he really is an ult and a hopeful spear pre-BKBs. And I guess a drum now, too. He can pop some attack speed for his teammates, too, but his is very slowed down. And immediately they're making their way toward top. Side trying to catch somebody unexpectedly, but won't be able to, but they're still pushing the lane in, and that Rax is exposed.
I'll see how much changes with the BKB being finished on Quaker.
Okay.
If he's able to at least get rid of some of these backliners, it's still going to be hard. There's the Glimmer Cape on Puppey, and obviously ways to swap in and out. This Rax, it's going down. They'll pop the fortification, but already a lot of damage being done on this top lane. Secret having a very strong 5-man push. Liquid doing their best to hold it, starting to poke in towards the familiar. That's the spot he's gone. Boxy comes in with the ultimate and grabs the fourth, but then BKB is out for Nisha, the Requiem, pushing back the Mars. Boxy, he's falling low, he's trying to get out to the side. Zai with the BKB, Puppey as well, swapping back quite for giving Zai the space to get out of there. Zai will be saved.
They reset away from the tombstone, kill away all the zombies. Great swap there by Puppey. Potentially saving Zai there. Zai almost dying to the focus fire of the Brood. And now, oh, he was trying to swap and then toss back, and they messed it up. Maybe missing out on a kill there.
That could have been a big one as well.
Yeah.
I guess what the sort of the toss cars coming to play before the swap initiated.
I think he lost. I just lost vision for a second on the swap. Yeah. Because I think Puppey probably was like, I got him, right?
Oh, they've got that observer ward down there. Yeah. Or did he head round a tree? I don't know.
I'm not sure, actually. Maybe it did go out of range.
Yeah.
Either way, they missed the opportunity there. They are able to get themselves backed up, though, and not actually lose anybody to that big initiation from Team Liquid. And that's the BKB Brood reveal.
Yeah, and not able to get the kills that they'd hoped for.
No, and now we have, what, 45 seconds until Roche. That's probably going to be the next thing on the docket for Team Secret. So all they really need to do is keep their lanes out. And look at Zai. Zai's actually on the hunt down bottom for Mickey.
Be a pretty big play if he finds him. I mean, Mickey, is he going to show on this wave?
He's going to show. Okay, Zai's starting to run at him.
Zai's going to have long enough on the invis rune, I think, to get in here.
He's got the blink. He's got the blink.
Oh, he's in.
The stun, he's able to catch him before he starts to shift. He's got a...
He's dead.
Yeah, he's totally gone. Zai's patience paying off very nicely there on that bottom lane.
He puts the high five up there, hoping that Mickey will be able to. Can you high five while doomed?
I'd hope so.
It might disable the high five even too, so.
I don't know, that feels too... No.
Great though, great move by Zai. Reading the map, understanding that Mickey's been playing down there for the majority of the game, trying to split push. 60 seconds now, Mickey can't farm. Secret have a big timing window here.
Oh,
Spidey.
Spiders, thank you. And Yapsor quickly slams down most of Koifa's army. Now the mid push, Secret. They didn't finish the racks up top. Doesn't really matter. There's still outdoor objectives for them to find with the tier 2 mid and that tier 2 bottom.
Outdoor objectives, I like that.
Yeah, no.
That's their home. The base is their home.
It is.
Yeah, it's nice.
They've got to protect it.
And Roche is up, so they've got their lanes in a great position. Mickey dead. Easy Aegis and cheese for them. And this should probably be the move where Secret just looks to end this one and just go break that high ground super hard here. And it's going to be tough for Liquid to really fight that one back here with what they've currently got. No way that they can try to contest this.
Yeah, easy Roche for Secret. Liquid, they are trying their best to get over it, but it's not soon enough. Secret, they'll grab it. Aegis into the hands of Nisha.
I'm surprised they even made the way close over there. Like, there's so many different ways that they could get caught in that scenario there. A toss back, a swap. Will be able to back themselves away, though. 13,000 gold lead, Secret.
Yeah, it's just starting to look incredibly difficult for Liquid to play back into this. They are very far behind with a lineup that doesn't really do much from this position.
Not a position. I mean, Morphling's almost got half the net worth of a Shadow Fiend. That's never a place you want to be in a game. Puppy, looking for an opportunity perhaps here.
They're trying to come out here, Liquid. This is risky. They get the spear onto Nisha.
He's kind of scary now.
Nothing else coming. They do lose Puppy. Koifa's able to take out the Venge.
Oh, Matsu's getting slowed by some zombies here too.
Can Liquid try for more? Maybe this will work out to their favor. They get the jump in onto the Visage, pushing him to the side. There'll be a buyback from Puppy, but Matsu's falling low. The silence is there. Matsu, he's got a tease. He's gonna get himself back up to a decent amount of HP, but he's trapped in by the arena. Quite for committing with the BKB. They'll get the kill.
Oh, wow.
They take down Matsu on the side, though. Zai again has found the Doom target. He gets it dropped down onto the Morph. They'll be able to force Mickey back to safety. Boxy also able to escape. Can they keep this Morph alive? Insania trying to punch back in onto Zai. Tiger with the lift up, separating the Doom from the Morphling, and Mickey will live out the Doom. Silence now onto the Tiny. Mickey turns with the E-Blade combo and burst from the Spiderlings. They'll kill off Yapsor. Mickey going in Requiem, but Nisha's there with the Requiem, pushing him back. The razors are out. The stun from the birds. Mickey will fall. Tiger.
Stolen Requiem.
To go for the TP away, and Koifa, he's actually able to take out the Aegis. They've been able to bring down Nisha once. Puppy fought back for this one. Puppy turning back over towards Boxy. Zai trying to chase. The Wave of Terror catches the 3. If they got any control on the Koifa, they're out.
Be careful.
Familiar into the magic missile. Koifa stuck around too long.
Still having a crazy amount of chain stun when Zai does have that Centaur stomp.
They're trying their best, Liquid, to fight back into Secret. They do force out a buyback from Puppy. They get some kills around it. They take away the Aegis, but it just isn't enough to stop Secret's flow right now. Secret still 12k up and can resume business, taking the tier 2, pushing up to the base, and they're without Mickey and Koifa for a fair few seconds now.
That's what without Aegis Cheese, Liquid would have just crushed that fight. That would have been huge for them, but because that Aegis and Cheese is there, they're able to actually reset the fight on Secret and come out victorious on that one. And now Nisha has a full Satanic finished up too on top.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. And
that fight lasted such a long time that like the Requiem and Doom are going to be coming back up pretty soon again here too. It's a pretty long chase forward, and Secret really pressing forward to make sure they get this Rax here as the Brood is still dead for 15 more seconds.
And nothing Liquid can do to stop that Rax going. They'll have to let that one fall. Secret will take it. Now over towards mid. And as you say, Liquid, they do it. You know, they give them a good fight to the Aegis and the Cheese. Obviously, they are gone now. So if Liquid can somehow pull that off again, They may have a shot at holding here. It is a very, very small one, of course.
Yeah.
But there is still a tiny chance for Liquid if that same sort of event does go down.
There's a couple more items now picked up from Secret. They need to probably get it in a better position where they haven't everyone kind of collapsed at the same moment. They're gonna try though.
Point for trying to scout things out from the side.
Scouts a DD that Nisha has. Secret all in position there on the high ground. Insania.
They're going to try and lead him with a grab. They got the chain stun, that's the quest. They go with the spear, but Nisha reacts straight away with the BKB. Boxy trying to back off, turns with the shield. That's the shield up. Yapso in. Boxy dropping the arena. They'll burst him down with the toss combo. Now Koifa moves over towards Nisha. So from the side, the Requiem does push back the three of them. Nisha trying to punch back with the E-Blade. It's going to disarm it for the moment being as Nisha gets a little low, but Knight, again, he's finding this Morph Mickey every single time. Stopping what Mickey can do in these fights as Mickey will be run down by the full lineup of Secret. Nobody dying as Liquid could not get anything out of it this time. They tried their best to find Nisha, but as you say, he's just too many items ahead. They cannot kill this SF to start things off.
Yeah, like imagine like they didn't just pick up all those different items. Perhaps they could look to have a better fight there, but Zai, the Balrog, he has the number of Mickey every single time, finding the perfect opportunity to get the Doom onto this poor Morphling, and now looks like it's time to end the game here. Secret have successfully thwarted Team Liquid this time.
They really have in this game too. No messing around for Secret. Back to regular form from them, and there it is. GG is called. Secret will take this game too, bringing it to a 1-1 right now. And Liquid, the last pick, it just didn't work out. And it didn't seem like Secret was scared